All right. Well, welcome to another episode of Canadian Talk, everybody. This is episode 142. Today we've got two very interesting guests on. To say that I'm excited about today's episode would be an understatement. I don't know if I've ever had two guests that are as interesting as you guys on the show. So I am just absolutely I feel so blessed to be able to have you guys on the show. And I can't wait to hear some of the takes you guys have. So for everybody out there, you guys have a presence online called Unwavering Truth, right? You guys are on Instagram. I think you guys don't have a website or anything yet, hey?
Not yet.
No? Okay, and you guys are Sam Givand on the left, right?
Givand, yep.
Yeah, Givand, and Gavin Gillen on the right. You can go find them on social media at Gavin_Gillen86 and at Sam Givand. Or
Givand.
Givand.
It's a tough one. Most people are like, is it French? No, but it's Givand. So
yeah, you kind of look French. Are you?
Yeah, you look French.
No, I'm actually, I'm a quarter Jewish. Otherwise, mostly just Northern European. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Well, yeah, thanks for coming on the show today, guys. So what you guys do for the people out there is you guys basically do what I think Charlie Kirk did. A lot of other people do kind of at the beginning of their, you could call it pundit career or debate career, whatever you want to call it. You guys put a table out there and then you put a sign up front that says, something along the lines of prove me wrong. And it's like a claim that you guys have a belief about and evidence all ready to go and you kind of debate people. And I think it's the ballsiest thing ever. It's so ballsy and it's really just the trenches of this whole thing, are you guys ever, you guys are blowing up, by the way. I put it on my list to mention that you guys, I think when I asked you guys to come on the show 3 weeks ago, you had, I want to say 1,000 followers or something, or maybe more, but you're at 3,000 now. Last night, and you guys were at 2,700, and now you're at 3,000 in one night.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. It's honestly these two videos that have blown up. One that was before Thanksgiving really blew up. And then last night he posted one.
Yeah.
And since then we've gotten another 300 followers. And just in not even 24 hours yet, we're at 300,000 views on that one video.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Are you guys surprised at how much traction your stuff is getting?
I think
I'd say a little bit.
I would say so. I didn't think we expected it to take root this quickly. For sure. Yeah.
That's awesome. And are you guys ever, so you guys are from Minnesota, right? That's where you guys go to uni. What do you guys take in uni?
We actually don't. That's the interesting thing. Almost everyone we talk to is like, oh, what school do you go to? Do you go to the U here, the University of Minnesota here? No, I actually graduated last year. I did online school at Louisiana State University, kind of random.
Oh, yeah. You didn't do the Peterson Academy?
No. Go Tigers, though, LSU.
No.
Cool.
Is that where you went?
No, the Peterson Academy. I'm joking. That's Jordan Peterson's university.
Oh, that's Jordan Peterson. No.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I went to U of S, which is University of Saskatchewan here in the province that I live in.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I took structural engineering, so I'm a freaking brickhead. I don't know anything but basic math. That's why I'm so interested in guys like you. I consider you guys to be a bit of social scientists in a way. So neither of you guys went to uni then, eh?
No, I never even went to college.
Gavin never went.
Right out of high school, I just went and got to work.
Okay.
And obviously our passion totally got from when Charlie's death occurred back in September 10th.
Cool. Yeah, you got ahead. Yeah. I was going to say, tell me a little bit of the origin story of this and, tell me what you guys got going on. Tell me how it started and stuff because, it's amazing to have two religious guys. This is why you don't usually see guys like you because it's a bit of a Steve Irwin situation. You guys are out there swimming with stingrays, fucking belly flopping Crocs, talking to liberals or a lot of people, but scary people. I saw that one video of yours where that girl came up and was acting all weird about she was being sarcastic about mourning Charlie Kirk. And I was like, that's scary shit. I did a podcast with this girl named Chelsea Gods. She's annoyingly getting quite famous, but she made a video making fun of Erica Kirk, literally a day after Charlie's death. So there's just nasty people out there. So how did you guys start? And where do you get the courage to do what you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of, so I had this strong feeling right after, when I found out Charlie was killed. And so that following day on the 11th, we had like a guys group where we meet every Thursday and stuff. And
that's like a
so
church
me and
thing,
Sam,
right?
Yeah.
Small groups, yeah.
Yep, small group. And so we started talking a little bit over passion. And then over the weekend, it kind of just sat with me until that following Monday on my way to work when I was on a job site. I just reached out to Sam and I said, dude, I've got a passion like no other right now. I feel like we have to stand up and say something and kind of carry on his legacy and speak and do debates. And he's like, man, I feel the exact same way. Mm-hmm. And that's where we kind of came up together and we're like, all right, we got to figure this out, kind of do something together and kind of go from there. And we didn't even have a name yet. Like that took a while to get our name. And
yeah, the name is awesome.
Well, thanks, man. We took a little bit to land on Unwavering Truth. We were searching around, for something that wasn't taken to, but we just, kept thinking about what's a good name, landed on Unwavering Truth. That's what we want to be. We want to be unwavering in sharing the truth, really. And we went to Walmart, grabbed some poster boards and permanent markers and made up some signs and then, went out there. We didn't do the table the first few times. We just stood out there with our signs on the street corner and talked to people. And our first interaction really, I don't think we're ever going to really forget it.
No.
But a guy basically just came up, didn't want to have a dialogue at all, just kind of was, attacking us verbally and started calling us rapists in the street, was just yelling like, you guys are rapists. And this is because we had signs that said abortion ends a human life. So it's just us speaking out against abortion. And this guy's just yelling at us, calling us rapists in the street. And we're like,
yikes.
All right.
That's a tough start. That's a tough first interaction. I guess you got thrown right in and you were just like, yeah, are we going to actually do this? Like there's crazy homeless people out here who are going to come at us. Oh yeah. There's like that Somali, you guys are from Minnesota. There's like that whole Somali thing in the news right now I heard about. What's going on with that? Is that true?
So yes, there's a lot of especially in Minneapolis, there's a huge Somali community. Mm-hmm. And I interact a lot at the gym that I go to and I play basketball with a lot of them. And it's usually on the court, I'm the only white guy and the rest are all Somalis. So but it's they're a good community. There's always going to be bad ones. And you can say that for everything because the bad apples make the rest look bad. And there's a part of the community that definitely wants to destroy America and destroy the city and take advantage of it. I would still say a majority are here on good terms and want to just be a part of America.
Okay.
But I would say the culture in terms of do they want to make it more like Somalia? Probably.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they don't want to, just be a part of the American culture.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wait and see with a lot of that stuff. It seems like that's where I've landed because I've had a lot of debates recently on about the whole multiculturalism model thing and everything that's going on in the West. And it's do we have enough evidence yet to say that it's failed or whatever? But the answer really is not yet. We still kind of got to wait and see with a lot of that stuff. So, but back to you guys and what you do. So some of the prompts that I've seen you guys have out there are it seems like you guys are pretty religious guys. You've already talked about small groups. How old are you guys?
Yeah, I'm 22. Gavin's 23. So pretty young by most standards.
I got a decade on you guys. Oh my God, I'm old. Murphy. So how long have you been going to church? Your whole life or what? Or were you guys kind of saved later in life?
No. You want to field that one?
I mean, I've been going to church my whole life. But with that, I had a really rough childhood. So I went to church. I went to the church that I currently go to now, Way of the Lord. Mm-hmm. There's a school that's connected with it. So I went there K through 8th grade. And then I went to public high school in Blaine
that's
here.
A change, eh?
It was because for a whole year, I was the only 8th grader. So I basically was just doing high school stuff at that point because they're well, you're the only 8th grader and you've already passed. So
you're all by yourself.
And then I went to 9th grade at a public school and I was in a class of 1,000. So I went from 1 to 1,000.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
So what type of Catholic or Christian or whatever are you guys?
Yeah, we're non-denominational, so we're not associated with any specific denomination. That's what our church is, and I actually grew up in this church, so I've been there for like 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And that's Gavin and I met at the school actually that he mentioned. So it's called Northside Christian School. Mm-hmm. We both went there. I left for a little bit, but came back, and so we really met. I was in kindergarten, he was in first grade, so we were we go way back. But
cool. Yeah. You guys are like good friends as well. You guys didn't just meet, or did you guys meet at the church?
I mean, we met at the school.
At school, yeah.
But ever since then, we've always been close. Like,
how long have you guys known each other?
15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 15 years. Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So, I'm like a heathen compared to you guys then pretty much. Or is that the right word? I don't know. What is that? Because, like, I've experimented with drugs. I drink a lot. I do all kinds of things. Like, are you guys so religious that, like, you guys don't... And I'm sorry, I don't want to get too jokey with you because I know you guys are serious guys, but I'm more of a joking guy. Yeah. So, like, are you guys the type of religion where you don't even, like, drink?
No, I
didn't start drinking. Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. I mean, I didn't start drinking until I was 23, so your guys' age. But, like, have you guys ever drank before? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I go to the bar probably, like, once a week, and I get a couple drinks with my friends, and... I mean, drinking alcohol is not actually like bad or a sin. Like it's how it is. It is, but that's also not part of Christianity because Islam is not Christianity. So we're not going to go off of what the Quran says.
Yeah.
But in the Bible, when it talks about to be sober-minded, that is what our conviction is and what Christians should go after.
For sure.
Jesus drank wine. We drink wine. A lot of people drink wine. You can drink alcohol, but just don't abuse it. And that's what people really have to realize.
No doubt. Just stick to the beer. Stay away from the heavy stuff. That's because, dude, beer's great. So, shit, I forgot what we were talking about. Like, okay, so some of the prompts that you guys do are kind of religiously based. Like one of them was men cannot be women that I saw. And the other one was abortion means like abortion is murder, but like abortion is the ending of a human life. Yeah. And you get a lot of pretty hyped up people coming to talk to you guys. Like, have you guys liked doing it so far? How long have you been doing it?
Since late September is when we started. So really a little over 2 months.
Yeah.
And it started, like we mentioned, after Charlie Kirk's death. So a couple weeks after we got out there.
Oh yeah. I guess I should know that date. Yeah. I basically have it memorized. September 10th, fucking 1 p.m. Like I say this all the time, but man, that had such an effect on me too. Like, God, what a horrible tragedy that was. The crazy thing is that there was a left wing, that it got politicized. I mean, I know he's a political figure, but the idea that the left didn't just completely acknowledge it as like, okay, our side just killed like a kid. You know, it's crazy to me. You know,
really sad.
Yeah, it's really sad, and just the fact that there was a video of it and all that too. Like, so what's one of the crazier interactions that you guys have had so far? Other than that first one, have you guys had some other kind of crazy people?
Oh, countless. I mean, we can go down the list. We've been spat on a few times. A lot of people like, well, even that video that you released last night, he went out by himself last week, and that girl came up and sarcastically, even though she was saying that was from her heart, that was, like, why are you out here? Like, are you gonna get shot? Just like, Charlie, I don't really want you to get shot. It's like, then why would you bring that up?
Yeah, it's why like, you think that we've never played poker before? It's like, I can see it in your face. You are being sarcastic.
By you bringing it up in that matter, it's almost like you want us to get shot for what we're speaking.
For sure. That's the way it came across in the video too. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
No, I was just gonna say, and being there too is like seeing her face too, totally insincere. Her friend was off to the side kind of laughing, actually. And so I think she probably pre-planned it. I don't know if it was like she thought it was some sort of joke or something, or she was trying to maybe scare us or something to stop coming. Obviously, we're going to keep going regardless. But it was totally insincere. And the way she said, I mentioned that it was like, it was a tragedy that Charlie got shot, kind of like, why are you bringing that up? And then she's like, oh, yeah, we all mourn the loss of Charlie Kirk. Like, really, just respectful, but also just, I don't know, kind of weird. And the comments on that poster kind of kind of crazy. Some people are taking it
sometimes
really
fielding comments like is nuts, dude. Like when you have to go through them and delete them, but like sometimes you see you're forced to see some of the things that these people say. Like, oh my God, I had this one. I don't even want to say this one that stuck. It sticks around in my mind that this person commented on my pod with that Chelsea girl. Man, it's crazy. So like, if you guys are going to gather information, like let's say, because you guys are both very knowledgeable, like you do pretty well in your debates. You have a lot of the common things that you see right now that are pretty much the checkmate moves in a lot of those discussions. Where do you guys, I assume from the church, obviously, but you didn't go to uni, but like, where do you guys get a lot of your information from in terms of like online or what do you guys do for research?
Well, I mean, from just a common sense basis too, like you're just using common sense of your own reality and just natural biological instincts of like, when you're obviously gonna do something inside of a womb, you're stopping something. It's obviously not dead because it's growing, it's got a heartbeat, it's moving around, a mom can feel it. So when they just say, well, it's not a human, it's not a feet, it's like, well, then what is it?
Yeah.
So you can use the common sense aspect in that. But we also just get a lot of information from sources we have to look up. So we do our research like you have to be versed in this. So World Health Organization, National Institute of Health, CDC, like since all those websites are ingrained in health, they have to give out these stats about abortion, about suicide, about depression. And so all these stats are out there and they're all not like Republican stuff. It's like, those are all liberal organizations. So their stats are the truth because they have to release that. So we're using, all those sources. And when people are like, there's no way, and they look it up and then they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, dang. Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah. Do you guys use like your phones a lot? Because I know a lot of people today have like a view that phones are kind of bad for you and social media is kind of bad for you. But there is a lot of information on there. Like, do you guys use your phones kind of like a research tool at all? Or like, do you follow a lot of, or are you at that point yet with social media or?
Yeah, I definitely have used like social media, especially, YouTube is a great way. You can kind of watch a lot of debates. I mean, Charlie Kirk is a great one.
Yep.
You watch how he navigated conversation and just the art of debating itself is something that we never had experience like really formally debating anyone in the past. I mean, Gavin probably did it more so than I did because he was in a public high school where he had conversations with people that disagreed. I never really had that, so it wasn't like necessarily a natural thing. But I think just watching, like Charlie Kirk is a big one. Michael Knowles is another one that I watch, and he's a part of the Daily Wire. Another guy that I recently found, especially for the abortion topic, his name is Trent Horn, and he has some really great stuff on abortion itself, probably like the best stuff on refuting the pro-choice argument that I've seen, honestly.
Yeah.
So those are... Yeah, definitely using YouTube a lot. Those are just some of the ones that I...
Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about the details on that. I mean, we're on the topic, so let's just do it. Let me farm you guys a little bit. So, because a lot of people's stances are, because I imagine you guys are like kind of a hard stance on it. So I imagine it's any abortion whatsoever. And by the way, I'm just kind of trying to clarify your guys' stance. Like, any abortion whatsoever is bad, like right from conception. So meaning, you're pregnant at like whatever, a few weeks or whatever. Any abortions after that, you guys are against all of that, except for obviously the exceptions where like there's, life of the mother, like you'd say, right? And is that your guys' take on it? So all abortion is bad. Like even, what about those people who give it a bit of a time frame, like where if it's like in the first 2 months, it's okay. Give me a little bit of insight on what you believe about maybe abortions that are that early. Because I understand, I get the take where it's like you're still just ending a human life. But let's say in terms of the bigger picture, and I did want to ask you guys this, I'm sorry, I know it's a hard question, but like in terms of the bigger picture of it, like the idea that maybe a mother's not ready or whatever, or maybe she can't support it. I guess she could put up for adoption. But like adopt or abortions that are that early, why are those bad?
It is really I think it's a simple argument, honestly. Like, and it's that you have to establish the humanity of the unborn. It's like, it doesn't matter how early of a stage it's at in its development, it's still a human. What else can it be? It's been conceived. It has unique DNA. It's a unique human organism. That's when humans are formed, after conception. So anything after that point, having an abortion is killing an innocent human being.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty clear. You can't really refute that scientifically.
Okay, so let's say a lefty. Let me just jump in and say something. Like let's say a lefty says there. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like so, let's say they say, okay, what if that kid is born into a family that's not good, and they don't give him up for adoption, and then maybe he kind of gets raised up to be a bad person. Like maybe it would give us less bad people. Like some people might argue that some of those early abortions where a mother's like bad on drugs or just like a bad person, that maybe she's about to raise a bad person. So maybe in a sense then is the abortion like justified or no?
I would say to that, instead of punishing the infant, why are we not talking to these mothers that are getting pregnant?
Yeah.
Like if these are bad families, they probably shouldn't be having sex.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier a couple minutes ago when you said if some of these mothers aren't ready to have a kid or they didn't want one, you probably shouldn't have had sex.
Yeah.
It's literally that simple.
Yeah.
Abstain from it. If you're not ready to have a kid, don't have sex, because what's the only thing that can come from sex is a child. That's the only way a child can be created.
Yeah.
It's not just an accident. But with kids that end up getting born into this world with not a good family, you never know the circumstances. Like some people can have horrible childhoods and can make it out okay. Like just because you might think they're going to turn out to be a drug dealer or a murderer, so you're going to take that chance and let it all go out, because let's just say we had over 1 million abortions last year in America. You're saying that a majority, 600,000 of those kids would have been bad people?
Unlikely. Unlikely.
Totally. But it's also not even to give them a chance, because what if they were maybe a little bit bad, but then they changed in their late teens into the 20s and they became a good person?
Exactly.
How can you don't know the potential of people?
Yeah, you can't. That's very true. I think I agree with you 100%.
You're literally speaking for them. So when you say my body, my choice, yeah, it really is your choice, but you're completely canceling out the choice of the person that has no choice itself, because you're deciding for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because sometimes some of the best people, like you said, come from tough places.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And then another one that you guys seem to be doing, like, actually, I have this question first, and then we can jump to the trans thing. What are do you guys have some other planned? Are you going to stick to those two prompts because they're kind of pretty well thought out, or do you guys have some other prompts in mind for the futures? If I could get Sam to, what do you think, Sam, for the future for some of your prompts?
Yeah, we definitely have a goal of doing more of a wide variety of topics. I mean, we're a conservative movement, and we're both Christians, so there's a lot more topics than the ones we've covered so far, and we haven't fully planned out what we want to do. I think it's kind of nice to get really good at certain topics before you just jump on to the next.
For sure.
I feel like it's been great to focus more on abortion so far. Haven't as much done the trans one, but we've done that like one time.
Yeah.
But
and when you set up the tables, do you mostly do it on campuses or?
Yes, we've gone to the University of Minnesota each of the times we've gone out so far. So we're mostly talking to students out there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So Charlie Kirk inspired you guys. Geez, that's amazing. So like, we could get into this. I know that we're probably going to agree on a lot of this stuff to do with the trans thing, but like, I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on it, because like my worry, like the main reason that because I'm not vocal about many political topics. Like I mostly stick to lighthearted stuff for the most part. And I play the center. Like because I'm kind of a centrist. I'm not really a conservative. I'm kind of in the middle. And I believe that there's times when each different type of political stance can be beneficial, and but like when it comes to the trans one, I really find myself just running over to the views on the right for that. Like I'm worried about the shootings that are happening, like the violence that the school shooting rates that you see with trans youth are so much higher than normal. And I think that's scary. along with my biggest stance on it, and Angelina from one of my recent podcasts, she's like, she was on the show Surrounded. Have you guys seen that show Surrounded online by Jubilee, where they put one person in the middle? Like it's like one conservative surrounded by 20 liberals or whatever.
Yep.
You guys
love those videos.
Yeah. She was on that show and she did a good job. And she mostly has good takes on the whole, doing medical stuff to youth. Like, sure, we can do therapy and stuff. Like when it comes to verbal stuff and therapy, you go right ahead. But like when it comes to actually transitioning that into, we're going to make physical changes to these people when they're young, I have big problems with that. Like, what is the biggest thing you guys think that we should be fighting against in this counter-trans movement?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that as a culture, we should not be affirming these people in an identity that's not based in reality. And there's this separation of gender and sex, but I mean, we're of the opinion that it's pretty clear there's two genders. And a lot of these people would claim, well, there's two sexes, but there's, unlimited genders because the two are separate. But really, there's no point to having the word gender in our language at that point.
Yeah.
Because it can mean anything. If it's not tied to sex, male and female, so male, female is a woman, it's like there's no reason for us to have it because its use is as a grammatical term for us. And I think that as a culture, we've now been called to affirm these people in something that is not reality, in calling them by their correct pronouns, what they want to be called.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would I call you a woman? Why would I call you a she, a her, when you are a man? It's like, all right, I want to be called, your majesty. You can't.
Yeah.
You
like
can't
Piers Morgan on the most recent Surrounded, he goes, my pronouns are hotter and hottest. And then he had all the people on Surrounded calling him hottest. And just a point that I heard the other day on a very interesting debate that to go with what you were saying, it's like, when you affirm that, it's like an example of an analogy would be this. Like, let's say a 9-year-old kid, or we can even make them 13 or whatever, walks into a cancer clinic and goes, I have a malignant cancer and I need chemotherapy now. Let's say they don't have cancer and you just were to just affirm that and then start giving them chemotherapy. Like that is the equivalent of what a lot of these trans places are doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous. That's crazy shit right there.
And the worst part of it is when we've had these discussions with people, and we actually had a trans person come up to us.
Yeah.
And like we've talked about the puberty blockers and stuff, and they literally sat there like as straight as possible, and they were just like, you know what? That stuff actually doesn't harm people. Yeah. It's like everything scientifically says that it literally harms the child when you are putting them on the opposite of what they're supposed to. If a girl, when you give them testosterone, the same amount that we have, it's like her body goes in shock and literally like is hurting itself.
Yeah.
And same with puberty blockers. You are literally destroying that kid. Like that kid's heart, cells, their organs literally start to shut down because it's too much. It's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
And it's so harmful. And they will sit there blue in the face saying that it's not. That's impossible.
It's tough, man. It's real tough, hey, because it's like you said with that grammatical stuff. It's like you can liken it to depression if you want to. You can definitely create equivalencies, but the idea is that we're creating a term to just kind of allow people to escape what should be a challenge in life that we all have to face. Like, let's say, I'm not denying that depression is real or whatever, but like the idea is that tough stuff happens in life and you have to like face it, and also like becoming your gender. So accepting that, whatever it is, I can be as, blunt here as I want, but like, it sucks that guys have to be tough and like, let's say protect a girl. It sucks that girls have to be softer and take care of a kid or whatever. Like I don't mean it sucks. I mean that it's like, as you grow up, it's hard to accept that like, that's your role, but part of growing up is part of kind of, it's like you got to start loving that that's your role because that's what you were kind of designed to do. Your body will naturally be best at doing that role, so you ought to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like it's tough. It's just it feels like a scapegoat to me. The whole the thing going on with gender.
Oh yeah, completely agree. Yeah. It's sad times. I mean, The fact that I think the biggest problem to me is how it affects children and how it's infiltrated into our schools now.
Me too.
Because it's like people can do what they want with their bodies. If they're an adult, that's fine. You do that. And we used to have people that were, cross-dressers or whatever.
Yep.
And it's like
tomboys.
Nobody like, bother with them. They're like, all right. But now we're called to call you the opposite gender. It's like it's completely changed to where now we have an obligation as a society.
Yeah.
And those are the two problems to me, like how it affects kids and then also this social obligation to affirm something that's not real.
Exactly. So, yeah. Well, my understanding of it was like the history a little bit to do with it is back in the day, and we're talking like 20 years ago. So that's not even back in the day. Like puberty was the solution. I believe it was called like the wait and see method, where you'd kind of like, you'd talk to the kid, you'd give them therapy when they're younger and they're like, oh, I'm gay or I'm whatever. And then the puberty would solve that as they become more and more developed into their gender. And then they're an adult and then they can make their own decisions, like you said. But like to do with those adults, sometimes, because like the goal is that we want everybody to find a partner. Like, right? Like, what's the goal of your gender, really? It's to find somebody else who loves you for what you are, no matter how male you are or no matter how female you are. You might be somewhere in the middle, but you got to find love. By the way, this is what I always say about this topic. So I'll just say my point and then we'll move on. But like, because everybody wants a partner, right? Or you can't have kids. The goal is reproduction. But there's these people that get stuck on kind of the lower end of the hierarchy where they can't find partners or they can't find love. And then at that point, it's like maybe the whole gay and lesbian thing comes in and has a bit of value because it's like, we want you to find love even if they're the same sex as you. Go be partners as long as it works. But then you end up seeing stats where it's like 75% of lesbian relationships don't work. And it's like, well, fuck,
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But I guess all we can do is try our best to spread the stats. I think the stats are becoming clearer and clearer, but it's just like you look at COVID and you see like, damn it, there's no limit to the amount of statistics that a certain side will deny. Like with COVID, it was like pretty clear 6 months in, maybe a year in, where it's like, hey, this isn't really killing that many people. Let's chill. And yet we dragged it out for like 3 years and pretended that people were dying all over the place, So it's like, God, people will lie when it comes to benefiting them or they're making money off it or whatever it may be. So,
yeah. For sure.
Well, let's bring it back to reality. Do you guys play any sports?
I did. I was a huge sports guru, up until I graduated high school. Basketball, hockey, and baseball were my main three.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, loved it. Being a multi-sport athlete is fun. It's great. I love the camaraderie. I love the competition. I'm super competitive, so I love sports.
Me too. Well, dude, don't tell me that you're giving up. Like, don't stop playing sports just because, like...
Oh, I'm definitely not. Like,
what do you play?
After this, I'm going to play basketball at the gym.
So. Oh, nice. You're going to meet with the Smallies.
That's right. Gonna go play.
Yeah, no, I did play sports, not as involved as Gavin. I never really found like a sport that I stuck with and ran with, but I did love just like recreationally playing sports and always loved throwing the football around.
Yeah.
But really I did like rec basketball in high school, and then that was for the first 2 years. And then after that, I kind of just started doing my own thing and just lifting weights. And that's
yeah, you seem like a power lifter, man. You're fucking jacked.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah.
So do you guys like, what about living situations? Because you guys are pretty young. I know when I was about, I got my first house when I was about your guys' age. Do you guys still living in the parents' basement? You guys Nick Fuentesing out, or like,
you guys have your own place? Yeah, I moved out years ago out of my parents, and I moved my first friend, another Sam. I lived in his basement, and then I moved into this house currently, and all my friends live here, so we all just live here. Yeah.
You rent somewhere else?
Yeah. Still with the friends, still with the parents.
I'm the one you were talking about. Yeah, I'm still with the parents. So
yeah, fair enough. Hey, there's no shame in that, dude. Like they say, fucking house prices are high now, right? So
it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm always asking, when he's gonna move in.
That's my excuse every time. But I mean, I'm gonna make the jump here.
Go move in with your buddy. But the thing is you kind of just, if you can't beat him, join him. Like what I did was, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. Like, I'm kind of like a glorified or an under glorified. I'm not really sure how you'd put it, ranking what I am, but like a fraternity leader in a sense. So like I have a bunch of houses near university that I bought when I was relatively young. Like I got lucky. I made a bunch of money playing professional poker and in my engineering for the first couple of years too. And then I bought these houses because I was like, okay, if I don't do this now, it's going to only get worse. And I'd rather be the landlord than the renter. So I bought these houses because in Canada, we don't have fraternities. Hey, we just have kind of like unofficial student houses that are close to the uni where students just go there and rent. And so I do that. Like I have houses that I rent to students and it works out pretty well. Like you guys should get in on it as fast as you can or it's just going to like, I don't think that the housing market is ever going to get fixed. Like unless you want to go live in a small town, houses are always going to be insane, you know? So it's either you can live with roommates and be in charge or you can live with roommates and then have some other dude who like enforces rules that are annoying or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
yeah.
That's awesome. And you were a hockey player, right?
Yep. I also played hockey up to quite a high level. I almost made, you could say I was close to making the NHL, but you know, some people would debate that, but yeah.
Man,
Hockey's pretty good. I do semi-pro golf now as well. I do like golf a lot. I got my first hole-in-one this year. I set my first course record and won my first club championship at a course near my city here. Shot a 64 one day. I was just absolutely having my best round of my life. 8 under, 64.
What, yeah, because we went.
I'm a big golfer.
We went this
first
last
time
year.
golfing.
I really had my first time golfing this last year, so that's the only reason I know what that is. I think I probably got worse than that on just 9 holes, honestly.
Oh
So it was really rough. Yeah.
Fair enough. Hey, golf is a long-term. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Golf. It's tough. So for the future, I guess my questions are for you guys now is like, what are some of your goals for this thing that you've got? And because it's growing, it's going to be something. Like, what are some of your goals? And then what are some of the, because we've talked about the trans and the abortion, what are some of the topics that you're planning to push for the future? I know I asked you this already and we didn't really come up with any, but
yeah.
What's your goals and what are some topics that you plan to help correct in our current society in the future?
Well, I would say for goals too, I mean, we're looking to get bigger, of course. What we'd love to do is do like events and have people come and listen to like an opening monologue and then ask questions too.
Yeah.
Or it could be like a debate style Q&A, like it could be all whatever. But yeah, like our goals are to be more outreach, to reach more people, to talk, to find common ground, just to hear more and more people, even outside of the state, but just nationwide. Like we want to talk to people with all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of beliefs, and have an understanding, but also, you know, give our side as well and just talk and see where we're at as a society, because we need to talk. We need to. Like Charlie Kirk said it best, when people stop talking, that's when a war happens. You know, we have to have civil debate and civil dialogue and conversation. And that just aligns with some of the topics that we're doing so far with abortion and trans.
Yeah.
And we're going to get more into
that too, like, because when you talk to, you become better at expressing yourself. Like it's so cringe when I see you guys talk to like a liberal who just starts awkwardly like swearing when it's you look weird.
There's a lot of them are like really socially awkward. They don't talk to a lot of people. They don't have a lot of friends, which is also statistically it shows.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
It is. And that we want them to be more open and also just, hey, we're here not against you or hate you. We're here to have a conversation with you because we care.
Yeah.
We like with a lot of the topics that we're doing so far, we want to talk more obviously with more research and getting to know more and more details and stats. We're going to talk more about government. If people want to debate about, you know, is Trump a bad president or a good president, like we'd want to be versed in that. Talk more about like Supreme Court stuff and House and the Senate and like anything political, and then also talk more into the faith aspect too. Like we want to, like if people have any questions about the Bible, like we want to be able to answer that. So we're eventually going to down the road have a whole topic just about the Bible. But with that, we have to do a lot of research, know our chapters, our books, the context of it, of what, you know, the apostle or what any of the prophets were saying in that time. So That's our ultimate goal, is to be, in a way, kind of like Charlie in that way, but maybe be different. But it's more of a politic and also faith side of it too.
Yeah, because you got to win the debates. Yeah, because the moment you start losing the debates, all of a sudden, now you're in trouble. Like, but if I could just throw out an idea for you guys, like, because I do feel like this stuff will have to kind of innovate a little bit, but like, because what you guys are doing is great, but I feel like, have you guys seen that new show on Jubilee? It's called Face Off. Have you guys seen that one yet? Okay, so basically, like, because I love what you guys do with the free flow debate and stuff, but a lot of times the talking over can be an issue, like, and interrupting and stuff. What this Face Off show does is it's simple. It's kind of like chess, where they have like just a button that on either side.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yep. So basically, you, at the beginning of a person coming up to your table, you each have 5 minutes on your side, kind of like chess. And you press your button when you start talking. And then when you're done talking, I believe you press the button again, and then their time starts. So it completely stops the talking over. And it also makes people limit their time so that they won't be too diluted, or I can't think of the word, but you know what I'm saying? Like they'll work to be more concise, because that's pretty important for the debate. I feel like if you guys did that table thing, potentially combined with maybe a button that somebody could hold in their hand, so that they don't have to be sitting at the table or whatever, they could be standing back like they are and just kind of control the timer that way. That might be an idea,
Yeah, no, I do like that. And I think even we've thought about the idea of like getting actual like handheld mics, so that like someone can hold a mic, and then they actually have to
it kind of accomplishes the same thing as the button.
Right. Or even set up a mic like on a stand, and then like whoever's standing there is like really the only one that's going to be heard, because
because you don't want to start having the group talk. That's also a problem.
I will say it's hard because with our generation, Gen Z, our generation is very interrupting and very outspoken. So we could try that button source. I guarantee you that it probably wouldn't work as much with students of the U of M here. Because they're so outward and so disrespectful and don't care. And all they just want to be is heard or be the victim. That button,
you go through 6 buttons in like the first day. They just be smashing them or something like that, eh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just...
we had one day where there was a lot of people around the table, and people just started like raising their hands, but even because we were literally like, hey guys, one at a time, because all of these people at once were spewing different things, and so people started raising their hands,
which was funny, but it was good.
It was really funny, but I mean it kind of worked. But it's interesting dynamic the way we have it, because then you get those days where a bunch of people gather around and they all want to say something at once, so it doesn't ever become a coherent conversation when that happens. But.
For sure. And it might get a little scary too if you get too many people around the table without any security or anything like that. Hey, that part comes in, as you get bigger, like, because you guys are going to get bigger fast. I think eventually you're going to have to maybe look into something like that, some sort of security, like get your roommates like a box of beer each, and then like tell them to come out and be your security or something like that.
No, seriously.
Yeah,
for sure.
So do you guys have any pets running around in your rental properties or what? You guys got any pets?
No, not a one.
No, I mean my parents got a cat, so that thing's roaming around. But other than that,
are you guys cat people or dog people?
Dog.
Yeah, I prefer dogs, honestly. Yeah, I've never.
For some reason, his cat adores me though. The cat that whenever I go to their house,
she does.
As soon as she sees me there, like, and she's old too. She's like 16-year-old cat. So.
Oh yeah.
In cat years, whatever that is, she's like over 100.
Yeah.
She just, she roams around and gets the strength to jump up and sit on my lap. Like,
that's Gavin.
And I'm not going to push it off, she's so old. So I'm like, I'll just let her stay,
Oh, yeah.
She's not bothering anybody.
Yeah. Do you feel rejected by that, Sam? Or do you just know that the cat just gets sick of Sam probably and then just is like, a new person?
I'm not at all. She doesn't really even come to me anymore, because I've always pushed her off. Like
you neglected her.
I've neglected her at this point. So that's on me. Yeah, no.
Dude, animal abuse. There you go.
Yeah. My mom can take care of her.
Yeah. All right. So so you guys don't have any, you're not sure. You're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants. You don't have any goals of like, hey, I'm going to go and be on Surrounded, or I'm going to, you just want to start with the events, and because your following is growing so fast that I think that those events are going to become a reality pretty quick. You know,
I mean, honestly, that's always been a dream of mine to like. I've been watching Jubilee stuff since 2023, so I was well known about it and watched it for years. That would be awesome if we actually got invited or even somehow got involved of just like actually showing up and being in the circle and debating and talking. If we ever get asked to actually be in the center, we'd have to like definitely do a lot of research for what comes our way. But
no doubt. Hey, jeez.
No.
Yeah. So, shit, I don't know what. So what else, guys? Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
I mean, gosh.
Well, how long have you been doing podcasting for?
I was gonna ask about you. But
yeah. Well, thanks. People don't usually ask anything about me, so I appreciate that. I've been doing this podcast for 8 years now, and
wow.
It's a grind, but it has been fun. Like, and I think that there's lots of ways to get to this place. Like, it just depends on how you do it. Like, I think you guys will experience it because you've only been doing it for a few months now. Hey, but the reality is as you talk more, you start to build like your beliefs. You realize that you didn't even have beliefs until you start. Like, you have this thing in your mind where it's like, oh, that's what I believe. Like, I remember I had pretty strong beliefs about climate change. And then I actually started like talking about it with people, and I realized I was hinging everything that I thought on it on like one trope that I heard when I was younger, where it's like 97% of scientists agree that climate change is real. And I was like, hey, that's a lot. It must be really real, and we're all in danger. And then like I started learning more about it, and I was like, okay, it's real, but it's not necessarily an existential threat, and we don't need to be giving away too much money to the government for this, that, or the other. And the debate deepens. And you didn't realize how shallow your thoughts were before until you actually dive deeper into them. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that by yourself. You really can't. You've got to talk to other people. You've got to do that kind of a thing. So do you guys think that you may start a podcast, or?
We've never thought about
down
that.
The road. I mean, I feel like we got.
Again, we have to have a big enough following and listening.
And
that's like for you. Like, do people just listen to you on Instagram, or are you on Spotify and YouTube? Or?
Yeah, with podcasts, it's mostly audio, man. Like, people don't watch the video that much, so it can be hard to build up a big following on YouTube. But I get a lot of listens on, like, for audio only. Like, that's why I have a website. And we don't want to get too technical or anything, but when you have a website, what makes it so good is you upload everything to one place, and then it populates everywhere else automatically. Like, it's a special thing that you set up on your website called an RSS feed, and then you just upload one thing, and it uploads to all the podcatchers, to Spotify, Apple, everything, all at once, rather than uploading it to all the different social media websites and all that. You know, it just makes it a lot easier. Question I have for you guys, because you guys are kind of on the conservative side. Do you guys use regular, because naturally the first social media websites that came out, like Facebook, Instagram, you couldn't really say Twitter anymore. It's kind of in the middle now, but they're naturally a left-leaning social media platform. Do you guys use like Truth or Rumble or any of these right-leaning platforms for social media, or what do you guys do there?
Personally, I don't think you're on those.
The only thing I follow is like Newsmax, which obviously is very conservative and Republican. Yeah. But other than that, it's like that's the only option is like for Twitter, which is now X, and Facebook, and through Meta, which obviously is Instagram as well, TikTok, Snapchat. Those are the biggest social media platforms, and that's what not to say like those are the only, but really those are the only options that people are really on every day, all the time. And so that's just what we're given, and that's what we use. And it's like I've had those apps since 2012. Like I've been on Instagram and Snapchat since 2012. So it's
they got us. We're stuck. We're stuck in the left-wing social medias. Yeah.
Right. We're stuck. I mean, we've been on them before we even thought about like left versus right. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, they obviously are like leaning a certain way, unfortunately, but hey, it hasn't stopped.
Yeah, but they allow you to say anything still.
Yeah, because it hasn't
any video.
It hasn't stopped our videos yet. So
yeah,
I mean,
they have gotten like better with not being too strict for sure.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah. Damn it, I had one good question and then I forgot it.
Shoot, man.
So for your podcast and like your listen, how much do you go by, like a monthly listen or day by day, or?
I guess per episode. Like, I know all the numbers, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, mostly Spotify. Is
most
that
of my
like where you
views
get
come
most of-
on like Spotify and Apple. Yeah.
Gotcha,
Usually,
Apple Podcasts,
a few thousand per episode. Nothing crazy, but it's grown.
That's awesome.
It's grown. It's just, it's really tough to get off the bottom. Like, what's nice is you guys have these other things that are going to get you off the bottom fast. Like, so you won't get stuck. Like, because I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to, I'm afraid to diversify into any other thing because I don't want to lose what I'm going for, which is because I do a certain thing. I do something different than you guys. As much as I'd love to come and be at the table, for one of these things, I could do it once, but I can't make it be my thing because my thing is genuine conversation, long form. You know what I'm saying? Laughs. Like, I'm not necessarily a debate guy, even though I love debate. So, what else? Fuck.
I was gonna say that's tough. That's tough in today's day and age. I think too, the long form content, because people's attention spans are so dang short.
I know.
It's with TikTok and Instagram, and people always want the quick hit, so they watch 10-second videos and move on. And they're not as much engaging with this like long form content.
Yeah.
But I think there's so much more value in long form content. So it's sad that there's been a shift away from that.
Yeah, sometimes you can get good clips out of it, but you're 100% right, man. Me trying to pull still for this long attention span stuff, it feels like a losing battle for sure. So I'm curious if we could just jump back over to things that you guys love here, like religion and stuff. Like, what's your guys' favorite thing about going to church?
That's a good question, honestly.
Yeah. Going to church itself, I mean, we get to worship our Savior. We spend time in the community, with other believers, which is, it's always like, it's like an uplifting way to start the week. It kind of sets the pace for the week.
Yeah.
We went to church this morning and we go on Sundays. So,
I thought about that when we booked this. I was like, shit, I'm not making them miss church, am I? Like, I was thinking that we might, but no, church starts at 9 or something, right?
Our services go like 10 to 12. So
that's why you said 12:30. I was like, what's really the difference between 12 and 12:30? But now I think now I realize
that's why we had to do the time. But
probably lots of cute girls at church too, right? I guess that's a plus.
Depends on which church,
Did your guys in church have lots of cuties or what?
Well, there's beautiful women at our church, but a lot of them are either way older than us. I guess maybe. They're older than us. I'll just say that. Yeah. But they're all in their 30s, and so obviously we're in our early 20s, so it's a little bit different age gap.
Got to get them recruiting some young.
There's hardly any in our age.
There's really not.
There really is
in our age.
Hey, well, wait till they see you online, though. Your church is going to start having a bunch of young cuties coming to it to try to get after you guys, marry you up.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So guys, with that, I'll just say thanks so much for coming on the show today. This was awesome. I hope that we talked about everything you guys want to cover. Unless there's anything else you have left final to say, I can plug your guys' sites and stuff. Unless you have anything else, I think this has been a great episode.
Yeah, honestly, thank you for having us, and it's been a pleasure. It's also nice that it's our first podcast, so hopefully there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, you're off the ground.
Back on, totally invite us back, and we can talk. And
seriously, thanks for having us.
So to anybody out there listening, go find these guys online. They're mostly on Instagram at Unwavering_truth. If you want to see some of those debates, like if you like Charlie Kirk, go to these guys. You can find them on social media, Unwavering_truth, and there's Gavin _Gillen 86 and Sam Givand, which is Givand. And Givand is spelled Givand, just so you guys know. I'll put it up on the screen. And you guys, I think you guys are just a couple of angels. So thank you for what you do. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to see more of your stuff. And we'll do more episodes and all that kind of a thing on mine. Hopefully you guys want to come back. I'm not too much.
Totally come back.
No, it's been great. I love the conversational format. And cool. Super chill. Love it, man.
All right. Well, that's Canadian Talk. Out.